Please tell me I'm not the only one. So now that you know how I got here, unfortunately, binge eating, I mean, you can't get 100 pounds overweight without eating to excess and not moving your body enough, right? I feel like to really get to know me and see really where I've been and how I've gotten to this point in my life, I think it's important that we start at the beginning. When I was a kid, I was always super skinny. I was an athlete. I was always active. I was always outside running. If it was outdoors and it was a sport, I was doing it. Like, that's just how my life was. And I was like that all the way up until like high school age, until I found boys, and then just like gave up sports and all that stuff, you know. But I was still always like real skinny. I didn't gain weight until my sophomore year in college. I gained my freshman 15. I started dating a guy, and he still lived at home with his mom, and her cooking was like, so good. I went from 138 pounds to 175 pounds real quick. And then I kind of fluctuated between 175 and 160 for a lot of years. I was always like very comfortable being 175 or less, because when I'm 175 pounds, like people always guess me at way lower than that. Then I met my wonderful husband and all hell broke loose. I got up to 198 pounds the first year we were together, and I maintained that until I got pregnant with my first baby. And unfortunately, I lost my first baby at 7 weeks. And then 7 weeks after that, I found out I was pregnant again with my first son, Liam. Weighed around like 200 pounds when I got pregnant with Liam. And then I got up to like 241 pounds when I was pregnant with him. And I lost my weight. I remember I lost my weight so fast after I had him. I only had like 10 extra pounds or something like that. And I feel like in a matter of weeks, it was just all gone. And then I had so much momentum because I started working out right away, and I kept it going for a long time because then I started doing mud runs. I had him in May, and I did my first mud run ever in August of that same year. So that was kind of how I did things back then, and I got all the way down to like 170 again with him, and then I let it myself go. It brought on so many bad habits of me just binging television and binging food and playing stupid Facebook games. Like I don't even know what I was doing with my life. I never processed a lot of the things that I went through. I didn't process the loss of my baby because I got pregnant again, like right afterwards, that we were like reveling in the new baby instead of the lost baby. And then I have like a lot of traumas from my childhood that I just never really dealt with. And I think that also helped with me developing the binge eating, on top of like the boredom of only me and the baby around all the time, because my husband, he worked a lot. So all in all, I found out that my main binging trigger was in fact boredom and mindlessness. So like anytime I'm doing something where I just check out mentally, I like watching television, scrolling through social media, like anything that's like a total mental checkout for me is when I find myself binging. So I try very hard, now that I know that that is a trigger of mine, I try very, very hard to avoid doing those things. So from the time that I had Liam, when I was doing the mud run, I stayed active but still continued to binge. So I gained all that weight, or at least I maintained my higher weight of 200 pounds. I maintained that for so many years because I was binging, but also very physically fit. Like not fit, but like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I was very physically active. And so like I was fit in the gym, but I just was not like fit as in like healthy fit. You know what I mean? So I did a lot of stuff. I competed in powerlifting, got a couple trophies there. I don't know. It's kind of a fun thing about me that most people don't know. Then I got pregnant with my second son, Kellen. And I had that condition, I can't remember the name of it right now. It is the condition where you are basically vomiting for 9 months. It's great fun. I was so sick with him. Like I was sick all the time with him. I got hospitalized 3 times with that kid because I would keep getting dehydrated because I just couldn't hold down anything, or I couldn't hold down fluids or anything. It was just miserable. Another thing that I'm concerned about is because in June of 2020, I had a laparoscopic abdominal surgery to have a hysterectomy, and I just wanted to address that because I do have scars on my belly in basically the same spots that you would have if you had weight loss surgery. That is less important. More important, I wanted to address it because it may slow my weight loss progress down a little bit compared to what my goals are that I'm setting for myself at the beginning of this, because I'm going to set myself the same goals I would if I didn't have the hysterectomy. And if I can achieve them, that's great. That's awesome. But there is the possibility that I may not be able to achieve them. So I just wanted to put that out there. I want to look at it in a positive way. And I just feel like calling it a health gain journey, it'll just make me feel like I'm gaining my health back instead of having to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's kind of like the kind of gist I'm going for mentally, is like, I get to live the healthy life that I want. And so that is why I'm calling it a health gain journey. So if you want to follow my health gain journey, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you want to see my very first weigh-in video, check it out right here. I know this video was a heavy one, and I appreciate you so much for the support that you're giving me by being here. Okay, bye.